Understand?
This raff, you don't write a passage. You don't come into this level.
You have to take a little break for it. Raff, how can he about talking here? He said you have to come up to that level a little bit. I don't understand what he's talking about. Also about the next 10 years we'll interview.
Mr. Desmond?
Yes, Papi, let's just take this call. Good afternoon.
Desmond.
Oi.
I'd like to say good afternoon to the gentleman there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Cape, Mr. Curvan, and the other one.
Run Berridge.
Run Berridge, yes.
Mr. Run Berridge, how are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
I must say, thank you for the music over the years to you all.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard one of you all made mention just now about the music of the generation music,
Mm-hmm.
where it has changed and, it will come back full circle and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you gentlemen have come back full circle, I must say you come to work and you brought back that circle right there where the music is being played at all times. I would like you to do, maybe you and Phillips could work out something on Mr. Cape. If you could do a song or maybe an album of the music of the day for the young people to understand where the music came from.
You mean, what you trying to do? Put a taste of the old time days into the new generation.
Exactly.
That is what we're talking about?
Because the people, the young people of the day, they call that music and Bengu's music, they call it for our judgment. They are very, and they are very disrespectful with it too.
Right,
so
okay.
to put some respect to come out of their mouth
Mm-hmm.
and make them appreciate and know who is playing and where the music comes from. So when you hear Run Berridge, let me just say 2-3 years from now, you hear a nice reggae. Some reggae of the day where Run Berridge, Roy Cape, and Clarence put together. They could call that name, those names.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, gentlemen, again, I must say thanks to the music, and I hope that you all could do something, for the future.
Well,
for the music to continue.
Before you go, I mean, Papi in that era because Papi has his band still, and they play all genres of music.
Yes, I know
right.
that, but I'm just using a broad statement, because,
statement. All right,
because,
my brother, cool.
Because some people don't even know that these people are alive still,
Yeah, what? Praise God for what?
Yes,
Praise God for what, 90.1. Yeah, man. Okay, thanks a lot. Now, what he's saying there, we spoke about because we had an interview with Leston, Kenny, who was the other? Pelham, and I think it was Ibo. Yes. Ibo was here. And I made mention of the same thing. Why don't these arrangers get together and do an album and show the younger arrangers, hey, this is where they come from. You understand what I'm saying? But somewhere along the line.
Well, Ron is living in America.
Right.
And he has done a couple CDs, computerized. I can tell you, it's not live horns. But whatever he did,
sounds that way.
I almost heard Run Berridge Band.
All right, 1 minute. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good evening, Desmond.
Oi.
All I want to say is this studio looks so much better looking today.
Why, boy?
Because, you and Kenny there, and these people really...
We still say this studio look better looking today. Thank you for calling, partner.
And I would like to make mention, in the studio here with us today is Mr. Jeffrey Samuel,
Jeffrey,
who was an original member of the Dutchy Brothers.
Yeah, Jeffrey always locked on to this station. Welcome,
Say
Jeffrey.
hi, Jeffrey.
Yeah, man. In the days gone by, the rivalry between the bands. Somebody tell us a little bit of how that used to be, how that vibes used to be, and how you getting there, the rivalry with the bands. Tell us a little bit about that. The fights.
No, not exactly fights.
Scuffles.
I won't call it that. Rivalry and fights is two different things completely.
Yes.
Right.
Fight is fight.
Right, but the rivalry.
Certain bands play a certain tune and the place go crazy and everybody start a fight.
Just so.
But that used to happen long ago in the days of Sonny Lewis and Bertram Innes and those bands had overseas forces and different halls in certain parts of Trinidad and Tobago, especially in the east. Ron could tell you about the east.
Okay.
He had one of the biggest fights
ever
in Trinidad and Tobago.
After that, they call that dance run, bottle, Berridge.
One bottle of berridge.
So there was a lot of excitement in every
Yes.
respect.
Uh-huh.
But when bands meet in bands, it was a different story.
Yeah, well, that type of rivalry I'm talking about, really.
Yeah, it was a different story. I think Roy will tell you straight up that Fitzborn Brand,
Speaking of music,
Fitzborn Brand
musically,
stopped talking to me
Uh-huh.
until he died.
Why?
Well, things that happened while we were performing together.
Oh boy! Wow. Tell us a little bit.
He was in
Pe-
St. Paul
pe-
Street.
People want to hear about these
Yeah,
things.
well, we were
What I could say, if I was playing at Clarence Coven, and we had a non-stop with Joy Lewis,
Mhm.
we are going to prepare ourselves for it.
Mhm.
The people just dancing with you every weekend, so they will know the songs that you have been playing.
Mhm.
So if we had a non-stop Sunday night, we play Library Saturday night.
Wow!
But Sunday morning, 5 o'clock, we in the band room.
After the party.
And we learn
Yep.
3 new
New
songs,
songs.
which
Correct.
we used to call it a bum.
Hmm.
So the people in the dance hall used to know when you playing
Yeah,
that
bomb.
song. Yeah. So as I said earlier on, each band had its style, each arranger had their concept, and the competition was great. We were all friends.
Sounds like what were the bomb?
Songs are like what like you all would have come
Like
with.
he just played a minute in G.
Yeah.
That was a
Run Berridge had
explosive bomb.
El Satellite.
Wow.
When that song started, people just run to the hall.
Find minuet and find and settle.
Yeah, but just play Minuet and G, sir. El Satellite. I don't think I have that one. Right?
Please.
El Satellite. Yes,
Satellite.
I mean, if I know the spell El Satellite. Yeah. Now, Ron, you have to excuse me.
Archie was a good one too.
Yeah.
Archie, yeah.
Archie bucked them up.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
that make people change their clothes on stage.
Make people
Ladies.
Ladies, whoa!
Police have to come and shut down the dance.
Wow. But was there? All right, like you said, what's the guy who stopped talking to
Fitzborn Brand.
Fitzborn. All right. Clarence Curvan and Fitzborn playing one night.
We was in St. Paul Street. Dance going down. And a call for one of the bombs, as Roy tell you. And we dropped that one. And most of the patrons in the hall was on top of chairs or whatever, and just have sending fists to us.
Get it.
And I mean, it was something else.
I know.
Very
Again,
interesting.
that was a time of the changing of the guards.
Okay.
Clarence was one of the youngest band leader in the history at that time.
Okay.
We were young. First one was elder people.
Okay.
So there goes every generation.
It's different. Okay. Let's take a phone call. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to all those wonderful people there.
Yes.
I would like to say thank you for the music. Clarence, Mr. Kovan,
Yes.
this is Shirley here. I cannot resist to listen to this program, knowing you are here with all these people who gave us beautiful music.
Yes.
Then.
Wonderful.
You're not answering, Clarence?
I'm listening to you, and I'm very short. I'm trying to track Shirley's voice.
Shirley's voice.
And
That would have
Yes,
been my next
Clarence.
question. Hold on.
Clarence,
yes, baby.
Clarence, are you listening?
I am.
Remember we
attentively.
danced? We on St. Vincent Street danced to you and Papi, as we knew him as Roy, Ron Berridge. So to you beautiful people, thank you for the music.
All right,
You're
sweetheart.
very
Cool.
welcome there.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
love you all.
right, yes.
Bye.
Now, that would have been my next question, where the female gender would come in those days as band leaders, as you all are. You all used to have to run, boy, Papi, boy.
We can't bring back that time. Just for the fun of it, right?
Just for the fun of it, yeah.
I will come to San Fernando to play Friday. Playing South Friday and Saturday. I live in South Wednesday. I must be staying somewhere.
Let's take a call. Good afternoon. Welcome. Oi.
that woman is getting Clarence in big trouble.
All right, Winston. All right, good. Yeah. Okay, hey, now this is Mr. Raff Robinson. It's about time you had to come in the studio.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. I know. Ron, who in those days, like when you decided that you want to do your first album, okay, what was the studio that you used to do that album?
Actually, it was done in Strand Theatre. Mr. Samaru, his brother,
Strand Theatre.
owns Strand Theatre.
Okay.
And we just go there, 4 or 5 mics about that, and we'll do it on stage. And,
two mics.
And it came out very good.
Left and right.
The guy whoever mixed
Left
it
and
came out
right.
very good.
Because everybody was going on one time. If a man make a mistake, on the last, all over.
Oh, serious?
They could take 200 then.
Not now you put it on tracks and they take out and they put it and it wasn't around that time. Now, some of you...
In other words, the band had to balance itself.
Yeah, on stage. While we are playing...
Let's take the band.
Absolutely.
We have to
That's right.
play to a certain level and they do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, in a cinema, there was a curtain. So the singer would go behind the curtain, that is his baffles. And the horns would be on the drums on the bare stage, and they'll put the microphone in the middle. And it's so surprising, Kenny, that you hear bass and keyboards and guitar.
Everything.
Today you don't hear no mids in music.
Let's take a call.
My first recording.
So then it depends on your ears now to figure out whether you want
Whether it's there or not.
And most of the people don't even know what to put where.
Good afternoon. Welcome. You're live.
Good afternoon. I know I'm live. You know I ain't gonna miss this for the world.
Kenwick, boy. Kenwick, what happened?
Hey. Ron just hit the tip of the iceberg there when he says Archie broke them up. Not for him club. Bonaparte Brothers. When Orleans get on stage and do that solo, Bonaparte Brothers was no more.
My brother.
Errol or something else.
Was no more.
No more after that.
You hear me?
I could imagine. Wait. But Uncle Ken, now this is Kenny's uncle we're talking about.
Yeah. Bonaparte took his sacks and went to Nassau and never returned the train there.
All right, Uncle Ken.
Never returned.
Never returned after that.
But that didn't say that they were not great musicians.
Mm-hmm.
They were great musicians.
Cool, man.
That was Batu presents Bonaparte and Berridge. the 3 B's, boy.
Naparima Club. All right, partner. Cool. All right, Uncle Ken. Thanks, man. Thanks for the info.
All right, bud.
Now, I must say something before you continue. Mr. Raff Robinson, how should we put it? An expert?
Yeah, he's a
jazz player.
Yeah.
How do you feel being amongst they did about how much 100 years in music? I mean, being among the greats of the music industry, partner.
First, before Raff answer. Raff is a musician.
Right.
He played jazz music.
Okay. But
He first is a musician.
Okay, yeah, wonderful.
Anytime these guys, Clarence and Ron and Roy, anytime I get the opportunity to hang with them,
You love that.
I love that. I want to find out though. Tape says that the gig is Friday, and you're coming in South on Wednesday.
No, you leave in South.
So where is he between Wednesday and Friday?
Hillside? Or you are hillside?
Somewhere else on the side of the hill.
Some in La Romaine?
Let's take a call here. Good afternoon. Welcome. You're live.
You're talking about 19, 20
Hey.
years old, you know.
Mr. Ron Berridge. Can you remember Milo?
Sure.
St. Thomas?
Yeah, Milo and the Kings. Yeah.
Remember the sensation they caused when they play in Trinidad?
Riverbank jump up.
Yeah. Those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days.
Bambouche in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now where you calling us from?
Forest Way in Woodbrook.
All right, Woodbrook. Thanks a lot for calling, man.
Yes, man.
Oi.
Derek.
Hey, Stephen Wapping, by this the veteran mass man, Stephen Derek.
You have me reminiscing.
Yes, man. All right, cool.
Good afternoon, Papi.
Love to you,
Good afternoon,
Derek.
Papi, for me.
Yeah, man. I hear you. Much love to you too.
All right, cool.
You too.
Nice
All
one.
right.
And of course, now you need to say a special good afternoon to the ex-Prime Minister, Mr. Patrick Manning, because that man keep asking about you on Berridge. You need to say good afternoon to the old Patrick, man.
Good evening, Mr. Manning, wherever you are.
Yeah, man.
I know he was a lover of big band music. I never met him personally, so I don't know. I didn't know him personally.
Okay. Yeah, but when it comes to big band music, he just loves you on Berridge. Also,
He opened he had the band he had opened called Divine Echoes.
Divine Echoes, yes.
Yeah, that was pretty big, but I never met him, so I don't know. There's not much I could say.
Yeah, no,
it would be a privilege to meet him, you know.
To
know
meet
him.
him. To know him. Okay,
yeah.
wonderful.
We're organizing that.
We organizing that, yeah. Okay? Yeah, man.
Well, Mr. Manning is not a young boy, you know. So Mr. Manning have been around and knew about all the things that we are talking,
You're talking about
here.
him? Yeah. Let's take a call. Good afternoon.
Yeah, there's no.
Oi.
I had to call back. The guy who called before Riverbank Jump Up was Byron Lee.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Riverbank was...
Yeah, Byron.
Byron Lee and Dutchy Brothers playing Perseverance.
I was there.
And they both, I was there.
Yeah.
Rubber Bottle and Stone and both bands had the Riverbank Jump Up.
Bottle and spoon, man.
Milo and the King's Heart or something, but I can't remember.
Clarence went and in the same riverbank jump up and played with Dutchies
That's right.
that night. Fight. Because this man saying Milo played better than this one played better than this.
And they're going
Dutchies
down the road. Yes. Oh, cool. All right. But another thing, guys. In terms of keeping your albums, do you all have libraries of your music?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Clarence, you
Tremendous.
have. Yeah.
Almost everything done.
Almost everything. What about you, Mr. Berridge?
All my music is digitized. I got rid of the albums. I didn't keep them.
You didn't keep the but you have all the music that you did.
Yeah, it's digitized.
It's digitized.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get some more because we're missing some of your music.
I said quite a lot. Kenny.
What is smiling? What's children why?
God, he's smiling like Freddie Harris, you know.
So it's easy to send because I don't over the internet. You know?
Yeah. That's
it's gone.
Yep.
New ones.
Huh?
You're talking about the old ones.
They're talking about
the old ones.
the older ones. Yeah,
The
yeah.
old ones.
The new ones.
I send you a lot of the old ones. I did.
I have plenty.
Yeah, but the new ones, I only have 3 that I composed 3 and they digital. I did it on the computer. 3.
Right, yeah.
But I have some more. They'll be coming out soon. I'm working on them.
Okay, cool. No, but it's really good to know that you really kept, doing the music, really. All right, well, I know Clarence here. Clarence Coven is a homely name in Trinidad. Like how Papi used to leave Friday and go back Wednesday. When you used to go back?
Look him there.
Wednesday too.
19, 20 years old you're talking about, you know.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Hey, guess what? I want to blame one of your guests for something that happened in my life.
What is that?
Mr. Ron Berridge made me marry the person I should not have married.
Sorry about that, brother.
A matchmaker too.
Yeah. No, I mean, you all are responsible for a lot of children in this country.
That's a fact.
You all are responsible for that. Joey Lewis and all you guys. You all are responsible for a lot of children here. Kenny, who knows? Kenny could be a product of a Joey Lewis party. You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, and his mother listen. Yeah, Kenny say, Mom, he thinks so.
I think so. Because after Joey, let's have a berridge party.
Yeah, I know that.
Are you that? You're that young?
Yes.
I really think that in the industry right now, I mean, like something like today, right? The Ministry of Culture, right? That is what they know. This is my opinion. Right? I always say it, which don't really mean anything until I win the next election.
Let me take that.
No, but let me say something.
Yes.
If you look at the parallel, we as a country, a colonial country, seem to copy what they do in England, seemingly. But that's not true, because in England, the night musicians,
Yep.
Sir John Barbaroli, Sir Andre Previn,
Mick Jagger.
to do that. In Trinidad, they tend not.
We are not decent enough.
Well, I don't know. It has nothing to do.
No.
It has nothing to. It has nothing to do with. Well, yeah, that is not bad.
That's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but that is not bad, because what it is really, it's a sort of appreciation for the contribution done. It has nothing to do with your morals or anything like that. You know, and that is not really in our psyche, because these guys here who sit down here has done tremendous work. To shape the what more gift,
Cultural tapestry
what
of
more
this country.
right, what more gift than you could give a nation of happiness through music. I mean, that's invaluable.
Yes.
You can't put a value on that, right? But we don't have that culture thing in our psyche,
To show
because a musician is so. Although I must
they were
admit
politicians,
that it
they would
has
be like
changed.
this.
Exactly,
If they were
I must admit that it has changed slowly. But my point is that we don't have that culture of giving appreciation of giving the highest honors to musicians in this country. Enough said.
I agree with you.
what
But
about
you
mu-
see, in those days, we didn't used to talk the word culture.
What about musicians
Used to
who play
talk.
classic? Do they get awards? Classical music.
No.
Not necessarily.
No.
Not necessarily.
Well, then there's a problem.
People who write books, like Derek Walcott, I'll call names, and these playwrights and these kind of people. But not people in
And
our
lawyers.
environment.
Lawyers
Yeah.
and
Get still.
People who will deal with public service and all this.
So there's
Now,
so a person
the-
like Winifred Atwell, she got nothing?
I don't think so.
no, but before we continue, guys, I guess the guy that you just heard from, and you're wondering who's that person, let me just play a little piece of music up here. So there you have it. That's Mr. Raff Robertson, boy. Robertson, who's a musician, as Papi says. A musician who plays jazz.
Absolutely.
Good afternoon. Welcome. You're live.
Absolutely.
A pleasant day to all the whackers, wackeros, and wackerites.
What's happening, buddy?
I just want to make a little request, please.
What is that, sir?
Song by Prowler, written by Gregory Ballantyne, Trinidad in the year 2010.
Okay. Signing
Thank
that
you,
for
US
it.
band.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Okay, this is a baby.
Okay, well, baby. Cool.
Enjoy
Nice,
it.
man.
Where you call me for? I know it is.
Covering the club.
Now, The other night, last week, we paid tribute to Paul Joey Lewis, right? And the biggest night in Kenny Phillips' life as a musician is when I stopped the party and I took the guitar from the guitarist and placed it in Kenny's hand. For him to play with a big band. That's the only time.
Who? Kenny?
Yeah.
He's a bass player?
No, guitar. Guitar. That's the best time he ever had in his life. For played with the very biggest band in Trinidad and Tobago. I lie? Ron, how would you bring back a band right now in Trinidad and Tobago?
No, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
No, it's too much work. I used to work with a master score, and everything is there. Lost, I always have it. So in case any part lost, it's there, it's stored. But it's hard work, man. I used to spend nights I spend up and not sleeping.
Clarence Silver.
And tear it up in the morning when you finish and do it
If
over.
I don't like it, I tear it up, yes.
What about you?
I never back down from anything. I'm always ready to fight.
Always ready to fight.
I can't say yes, I can't say no.
Well, Papi, you in the thing already. You still in the thing, really.
I am almost in the exit, you know.
Papi, look now. Almost what? What do you mean by that? You know? Yeah. But Clarence, in your own perspective of the music, right? When it comes to the let's say the arrangement of long ago, were you alright? You have to play with Ron Berridge. You know Ron's music. You ever try taking it like how these fellas like Kenny Phillips that pull out thing from this one and take a little thing from that one and take that? You were ever into that kind of thing?
Absolutely not. You went in another direction. He went to knock you out. That's all I used to think of.
No plagiarism.
No plagiarism.
Original.
Always original. Always original. All right.
Interpolation.
In the who?
It's called interpolation.
I like the word. Interpolation.
I talking about stealing, eh?
I think the word big.
All right. In terms of, all right, like let's say Paul Joey Lewis, right? The originality in his music. When you hear the album of Paul Joey Lewis, when you go to a party, it's the exact chords, the exact lines, the exact everything. When you hear a Roy Cape song, right, you will get, to me, you'll get 80%, not the 100. Why? Of the original recording.
How can I put it? What I do and what Joey Lewis do is two different
things, right?
Complete different things. We are reproducing music that had been done by other people.
Right.
Whereas Joey Lewis, the majority of the music that he plays is his
music.
Composition.
Right.
So I would even say this for Ron, or say it for Beverly Griffith. If they was to play one of Joey Lewis' songs, you're going to get some Ron Berridge in it.
Okay, there way, yes.
It never had fudging. You had to be original. And I remember this distinctly, and they would remember. Take 5 was out from Dave Brubeck. It was a big hit. We played it. Duchess played it. Fitzfun, everybody played it. And we played it non-stop with Duchess in Chuck's Terrace. I had liked our arrangement. But when we heard Duchess, the day started in the 60s. Like Dave Brubeck.
Well, it's actually a 5/4.
Intake 5/4 then, right? And in the middle of the song, they went in to calypso. So all of Beverly was the arranger of his Take 5 with Clarence. He had loved Duchess arranging.
All right. Let's see who's on the line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dezo.
Hey, what been Earl?
Nothing much. Every time I think about Ron Berridge, I remember the Lopino chant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And ask him,
Beautiful.
you know, like, what was the inspiration that he gave us that tune?
That was a composition done by Bertram Ennis and myself. He did the first half, and I did it was not my composition.
All
He
right.
composed the first half, and I composed the second. And even a rehearsal, he came and helped us with the rehearsal to get what he wanted. So that was
That
was special.
Ingrid just said, we are reading here, Ingrid is listening to you. Is that your daughter?
Yeah.
She's in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And she says she loved to see you and Cape together. All right. So Ingrid called and tell your daddy now, man. What's that? Yes, Earl.
Play a little bit of Lupino chant first, sir.
Lupino chant. Okay.
Yes.
Desmond, what is this here?
Dezo, what was the result of Watty Watkins?
Dance. You was after Watty Watkins dance.
I mean, I was a result after Watty Watkins. How we know that?
He's your father.
Oh, God. You good. You understand? So in terms of the big band music, all right? Well, the calypso, you all did a lot of calypso. What about frontline singers? Who was the first band out of you guys to bring singers along?
I used that once.
You used that once?
I never was into it until I get to realize